Good morning, and welcome to this important conversation about your health. Today, we're going to talk about something that might surprise you. It's about fruit, something we've all been told is good for us our entire lives. But here's what I've learned after years of studying nutrition and aging. Not all fruits are your friends, especially after age 60. Now, I want you to know that I'm not here to scare you or take away all your favorite foods. I'm here as a friend who wants to help you feel stronger, move better, and enjoy your golden years with the energy and independence you deserve. What we're going to discuss today could be the key to understanding why you might be feeling more tired than you should, why your legs feel heavy, or why that afternoon energy crash hits you like a ton of bricks. The hidden truth about fruit and your aging body. Let me start by saying this: fruit itself isn't bad. Nature designed fruit to nourish us. But here's the thing that nobody talks about enough. As we age, our bodies change in profound ways. The metabolism that served you well in your 40s and 50s isn't the same one you have today. Your insulin response has slowed down. Your muscle mass has naturally decreased. Your circulation needs more support. And certain fruits, especially when eaten the wrong way or at the wrong time, can actually work against your body instead of with it. This isn't just about sugar, though that's certainly part of the story. It's about how specific compounds in certain fruits interact with your changing biology. It's about how these foods affect your blood flow, your muscle strength, and even your ability to stay steady on your feet. Some fruits can quietly drain your magnesium reserves, spike your blood sugar in harmful ways, and even reduce the oxygen flow to your muscles. So today, I'm going to walk you through 7 specific fruits that you might want to reconsider, especially if you're not as active as you once were. And don't worry, for each fruit we discuss, I'll also share better alternatives that will actually support your health goals. Number 1. The banana dilemma. Let's start with bananas, because they're everywhere, aren't they? In grocery stores, they're usually the first fruit you see. They're convenient, portable, and we've been told they're nature's perfect snack. And you know what? For some people, they are. But for many folks over 60, especially those who aren't moving as much as they used to, bananas can be surprisingly problematic. Here's what's really happening when you eat a banana. One medium banana contains about 14 grams of sugar. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's natural sugar, so it must be fine, right? Well, your bloodstream doesn't distinguish between natural sugar and any other kind. When that sugar hits your system, especially if you eat that banana by itself as a snack, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. Think of it this way. When you were younger and more active, your muscles were like eager sponges, ready to soak up that sugar and use it for energy. But as we age and become less active, those muscles become less responsive. They don't grab that sugar as quickly. So where does it go? Often, it gets stored as fat, particularly around your midsection, which is the most dangerous place to accumulate extra weight. But the sugar spike is just the beginning of the problem. After that spike comes the crash. About an hour after eating that banana, your blood sugar drops, and suddenly you feel tired, maybe a bit foggy, possibly even irritable. You might find yourself reaching for another snack to boost your energy back up. This roller coaster isn't just exhausting, it's aging you faster than necessary. Now, here's something really important that most people don't know. Bananas are very high in potassium but relatively low in magnesium. Why does this matter? Because potassium and magnesium work as partners in your body. They need to be in balance for your muscles to function properly. When you get lots of potassium without enough magnesium, which is already a problem for many seniors due to medications and stress, you might start experiencing muscle cramps, especially at night. Those painful leg cramps that wake you up? They might be your body telling you that your mineral balance is off. So, what should you do if you love bananas? First, understand that context is everything. If you're about to go for a walk, work in the garden, or do some physical activity, a banana can be a good fuel source. Your body will actually use that quick energy, But if you're planning to sit and read or watch television, that banana is just creating problems. If you do eat bananas, never eat them alone. Pair half a banana with some almond butter and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Add it to a smoothie with some leafy greens, chia seeds, and protein powder. This slows down the sugar absorption and gives your body time to process it properly. And please, don't eat them every day if you're not active. Once or twice a week is plenty. Number 2. The grape deception. Now let's talk about grapes. They seem so innocent, don't they? A bowl of grapes on the coffee table feels like such a healthy choice. They're bite-sized, refreshing, and we've heard about their antioxidants and heart benefits. But I need to share something important with you. For older adults, especially those dealing with circulation issues or who aren't moving much during the day, grapes can be one of the most deceptive fruits in your kitchen. A small handful of grapes, just 15 to 20 of them, contains over 20 grams of sugar. That's more than what's in many candy bars. But unlike a candy bar, grapes don't come with any warning. They don't feel indulgent, they feel virtuous. When you pop those grapes in your mouth, especially between meals when your insulin is already unstable, that sugar floods your bloodstream quickly. In a younger body, this would be managed efficiently. But as we age, our pancreas doesn't respond as quickly. Our insulin sensitivity decreases. That sugar lingers in your bloodstream longer than it should, and this creates a cascade of problems. You might notice swelling in your ankles by the afternoon. Your fingers might feel puffy. Your legs might feel heavy and tired even though you haven't done much. These aren't just signs of getting older. They're signs that your body is struggling to manage the sugar load and maintain proper fluid balance. And here's the irony. Yes, grapes contain resveratrol, that famous antioxidant we've all heard about. But to get a therapeutic dose of resveratrol from grapes, you'd need to eat pounds of them. By that point, the sugar damage far outweighs any potential benefit. If you really want resveratrol's benefits, you're better off getting it from a supplement or, in moderation, from a small glass of red wine with dinner. Number 3. The watermelon trap. Watermelon brings back memories, doesn't it? Summer picnics, family gatherings, those carefree days of childhood. It's 92% water, so it seems like the perfect hydrating snack. But I need to share something that might surprise you. Watermelon has a glycemic index of 72 to 80, depending on how ripe it is. That's actually higher than white bread. When you eat watermelon, especially by itself, as many of us do, it's almost like drinking sugar water. There's very little fiber to slow things down, no protein or fat to buffer the impact. That sugar hits your bloodstream fast and hard. Within 30 to 60 minutes after eating watermelon, many seniors experience a significant energy crash. Your hands might feel shaky, your legs might feel weak, your thinking becomes fuzzy. And here's what's really concerning. When this happens repeatedly, day after day, it damages your microcirculation. Those are the tiny blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to your fingers, toes, eyes, and brain. Over time, these sugar spikes make those small vessels stiff and less functional. Blood doesn't flow as easily. Your tissues don't get the nutrients they need. You might notice your hands and feet feeling cold more often. You might experience tingling or numbness. Wounds might take longer to heal, especially on your lower legs. These aren't just normal signs of aging. They're signs that your circulation is being compromised. And that refreshing, hydrating feeling you get from watermelon, it's actually misleading. Without the proper minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium to help your cells hold on to that water, it passes right through you. You might find yourself running to the bathroom more often, and, ironically, feeling more dehydrated than before. Number 4. The juice deception. Now, this one might be the hardest truth to accept, but it's crucial. Fruit juice, all types, even the 100% pure, no sugar-added varieties, might be one of the worst things you can drink regularly after 60. I know this goes against everything we've been told. That glass of orange juice with breakfast has been marketed as healthy for decades. But here's the reality. When you remove the fiber from fruit and turn it into juice, you're left with concentrated sugar that hits your liver like a sledgehammer. One 8-ounce glass of orange juice contains 21 to 26 grams of sugar. That's 5 to 6 teaspoons of sugar in one glass. But it doesn't feel like you're eating dessert. It feels like you're doing something good for your body, getting your vitamin C, supporting your immune system. The marketing has been so effective that many of us never question it. But here's what happens in your body, especially an aging body. Most of that sugar is fructose, which doesn't go directly to your muscles for energy like glucose does. Instead, it goes straight to your liver for processing. And when your liver, which is already working harder as you age, gets overwhelmed with fructose day after day, it starts storing it as fat. Not just any fat, but visceral fat, the dangerous kind that wraps around your organs. This visceral fat doesn't just sit there quietly. It releases inflammatory signals that damage your blood vessels, slow your muscle recovery, and increase your risk of falls and mobility problems. Many seniors who drink juice regularly experience a heavy, unstable feeling when walking, wobbliness on stairs, and difficulty maintaining balance after meals. This isn't just aging, it's sugar-induced vascular fatigue. The worst part? Many of us drink juice first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. No food to slow it down, no fiber to bind the sugar, no protein or fat to buffer the hit. Your blood sugar skyrockets, insulin surges, and within an hour or two, you crash. You feel tired, foggy, and often crave more sugar to bring your energy back up. Number 5. The dried fruit disaster. Dried fruits seem like such a smart choice, don't they? Raisins, dates, dried apricots, they're portable. They keep well, and they satisfy that sweet craving without reaching for cookies or candy. But I need to tell you something important. For most seniors, dried fruit is a metabolic disaster hiding behind a healthy reputation. When fruit is dried, we remove its most important component, water. What's left is concentrated sugar in a tiny package. A single date contains about 16 grams of sugar, more than a cookie. A cup of raisins has over 85 grams of sugar. That's like drinking 2 cans of soda, but without any liquid to help you feel full. Because dried fruits are so small and chewy, it's easy to eat handful after handful without realizing how much sugar you're consuming. And without the water and structure of fresh fruit, this sugar hits your system fast, causing the same blood sugar roller coaster we've been talking about. But here's what makes dried fruit particularly problematic for seniors. It actually dehydrates you. Your body needs water to digest dried fruit, and it pulls that water from your tissues. This is why you might feel bloated, cramped, or constipated after eating dried fruits. Your digestive system is literally drying out from the inside. This dehydration affects everything. Your joints need water to maintain their cushioning. Your muscles need water to stay supple and responsive. Your blood needs proper hydration to flow smoothly. When dried fruits steal that water, you might notice increased joint pain, muscle stiffness, slower recovery after activity, and that general feeling of being dried out even when you're drinking water. Number 6. The canned fruit problem. Canned fruit in syrup might be one of the most deceptive foods in your pantry. It seems harmless enough. Those peaches, pears, or fruit cocktails sitting in sweet syrup. After all, it's still fruit, right? But once fruit is canned in syrup, it stops being a whole food and becomes something else entirely. That syrup isn't just sugar water. It's often made with high fructose corn syrup, one of the most inflammatory substances in our food supply. A single serving of canned fruit and syrup can contain 20 to 30 grams of sugar, more than a candy bar. But because it's fruit, we don't feel guilty about eating it. We might even feel virtuous. The heat from the canning process breaks down the cellular structure of the fruit, removing most of its fiber and many of its nutrients. What's left is soft, sugary flesh that your body processes like candy. There's no chewing required, no fiber to slow digestion, no real satisfaction or fullness. This matters enormously for your circulation. The high fructose corn syrup causes inflammation in your blood vessel walls, particularly in the endothelium, that delicate lining that controls how blood flows throughout your body. When this lining is inflamed, blood flow slows, oxygen delivery drops, and your legs and feet suffer the most. You might notice more swelling in your ankles, a heavier feeling in your legs, numbness or tingling that comes and goes, or just a general sense that moving isn't as easy as it used to be. These aren't inevitable signs of aging. They're signs that your blood vessels are inflamed and your circulation is compromised. Number 7. The overripe mango mistake. Our last fruit to discuss is the overripe mango. Now, mangoes can be part of a healthy diet when they're eaten at the right ripeness and in moderation. But overripe mangoes, those super soft, super sweet ones that many of us prefer, are particularly problematic for seniors. As mangoes ripen beyond their optimal point, their fiber breaks down and their sugar content concentrates. An overripe mango can flood your system with sugar while providing very little of the fiber that would normally slow its absorption. Many seniors add overripe mango to smoothies or eat them as desserts, not realizing how much they're sabotaging their blood sugar stability and circulation. Better choices for your body. Now, I don't want to leave you feeling like you can't enjoy fruit anymore. That's not the message here at all. There are wonderful fruits that actually support your health, strength, and circulation as you age. Berries are your best friends. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries are all lower in sugar and packed with antioxidants that protect your blood vessels. They have fiber that slows sugar absorption and compounds that actually improve circulation rather than impair it. Apples, especially when eaten with the skin on, are excellent choices. They're high in fiber, moderate in sugar, and contain compounds that help regulate blood sugar rather than spike it. Just make sure to eat them whole, not as juice or sauce. And here's something interesting. Avocados are technically a fruit, and they're one of the best things you can eat. They're full of healthy fats that support hormone production, potassium that helps with muscle function, and virtually no sugar. They help you feel full and satisfied while actually improving your circulation. As we wrap up our conversation today, I want you to remember something important. Your body has carried you through decades of life. It's adapted to countless changes, overcome numerous challenges, and it's still working hard for you every single day. The least we can do is feed it foods that support its efforts rather than create more work. Every bite you take is either moving you toward better health or away from it. There's no neutral ground, especially after 60. Your margin for error is smaller now, but that doesn't mean you're fragile. It means you need to be more intentional, more aware, and more selective about what you put in your body. If you've been experiencing unexplained fatigue, leg heaviness, balance issues, or that frustrating afternoon energy crash, take a hard look at your fruit consumption. You might be surprised to find that eliminating or reducing these 7 fruits makes a remarkable difference in how you feel. Your legs carry you through life. They give you independence, freedom, and the ability to engage with the world on your terms. Don't let the wrong fruits steal that from you. Choose foods that support your circulation, stabilize your blood sugar, and give you real, sustained energy. Remember, it's never too late to make better choices. Many seniors report feeling dramatically better within just a few weeks of changing their fruit habits. Less swelling, more energy, better balance, clearer thinking, and that wonderful feeling of being in control of your health again. You deserve to age with strength, grace, and vitality. You deserve to wake up feeling energized, to walk without pain or heaviness, and to enjoy your meals without worrying about the aftermath. By being selective about your fruit choices and understanding how your body has changed, you can support your health in powerful ways. So, starting today, pay attention to how different fruits make you feel. Notice your energy levels an hour after eating. Pay attention to any swelling, heaviness, or discomfort. Your body is always communicating with you. The question is, are you listening? Choose fruits that serve you. Eat them in ways that support stable blood sugar. Pair them with proteins and healthy fats. And remember, moderation and context are everything. A fruit that works for your active neighbor might not work for you, and that's perfectly okay. Your health is in your hands. Your choices matter. And with the right information and a willingness to make changes, you can feel better than you have in years. Because you're not just aging, you're aging wisely. And that makes all the difference. Thank you for joining me today. Take care of yourself, make informed choices, and remember, your best years can still be ahead of you. Stay strong, stay informed, and keep moving forward.